Hi. So we've just learned some really great strategies from the Modern Classroom Project about how we can make our videos more interactive. And they're really recommending that you use a tablet with a stylus so that you can write and you can circle and you can interact with the content that's on your screen. And unfortunately, unless you happen to be a person who has access to an iPad with a stylus on a personal level, or possibly, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't got to play with them yet. Possibly, if you are a science or math teacher with a Wacom tablet, you might be able to do this kind of work on an instructional video. Um, but this is a good example of some things that we do have control of and what we can do. And we'll talk about those that are already built into Google Slides. So you'll notice here in this document that there is a lot of choice of color. So you can notice that there's a lot of color choices for the text, and they're trying to make it so that your eye kind of sees that and differentiates. So it's easy for you to say what the topic is. It's easy to see what the three bullets are because they're a different color. Um, so that's something that we probably don't pay too much attention to ourselves because we're used to printing things. And when you're used to printing things, you don't use a lot of color choices like that because it looks weird when you print it. But I'm not sure how much printed material we are going to be copying out this year. So use text, or you use text color to your ability. So another option related to text color, if I highlight this particular word, record, and I want it to stand out, I could change the text color by just clicking here and changing the text color. By the way, this is the theme for whatever Google Slides um, theme you've chosen. I like sticking with the themes because there's people that spend hours, days, weeks, and months just thinking about what colors work together, and I don't do that. So you can change the text color, but you can also highlight it. So if I wanted to highlight the record white, so now you can see as I'm looking at this is kind of a busy slide, but record, microphone, embed, those all kind of stand out to me. And so that's something that's very, very helpful. Um, so there are a couple of tools within Google Slides that you might want to take advantage of as well. And what one of them is located here. You see this line. If you click here, you've got a lot of different lines, and you also have shapes as well. But this very last one is scribble, which means you can do whatever you want. So if you wanted to, you could, once you click scribble, you get a crosshair. And now, if I really wanted you to notice that this is the countdown 3 seconds, I can highlight it and it becomes an object. Have options here for how thick it will be, and I also have options for what color it will be. I happen to like what it is, and so that you can do that kind of thing. And by adding it, you can, because it's an object, you can animate it. So, for example, if I click Add Animation, I can say I want it to fade in on click, and I can play that. So what that would mean is when this slide first comes in, it does not have that in there. And now when I click again, it shows up when I'm ready to talk about that. And you can have multiple animations show up at different times. So those are things that you can do within Google Slides to help address and to do what the Modern Classroom Project has recommended. Um, please watch the next video, which is going to talk about doing animations with text boxes. And then I have a third video which talks about some things that you have within Screencastify.